No, I was talking about the
Where do I go?
dingoes.
Mohican, what would you like the arrangement of your squads to be?
I'm trying to work that one out. 1, 2,
So-
3.
I'll tell you what isn't necessarily needed: the AT, the marksman, and the polecat.
Oh,
You don't
I am
need
very
no
important,
AT
sure.
if you don't want it. It helps to be able to throw HE at shit, but it's not needed.
Is it more fun?
Yeah.
HE's always more fucking fun.
Because I'm just looking if we move Alec and
We're
Alex
taking the fucking people rocket then.
into team 2, and if Ross joins in team 2 as well, it's a slightly larger infantry group, isn't it?
Okay, truck AR seems to be functional.
Because at the minute there's going to be 4 in team 2 only, which is not an effective size, I would say. Half a squad.
I mean, just as a suggestion, we could have one squad with 2 large teams, and each team takes a different Vic.
I know, but I'd rather have
So
2
you're
squads
aware,
and
everyone does have a handheld, just for this case of if you need to mix drivers.
I mean, Mohican, it's your platoon. We just say what
I
you
know, I'm just trying to work out what's going to be.
I say, if Zawi's up for it, Zawi takes second squad lead, Bluegill drops down as well. And then that should be fairly even once Ross joins.
Yeah.
I can also volunteer
Where
for
am I
squad
dropping
lead.
to?
if
Do I
that's something.
get Ross in my squad? Then we evenly spread out the body
Yep.
counts?
Yeah, you'll get
Yeah.
Ross.
Cool.
Well, if you
I'll leave
do
Bluegill
that,
drop to squad 2.
Should I drop to the AT or the?
Up to you, man.
I'll take the medic. That's
yeah.
fine.
Now, if you do this, you don't have stragglers and other vehicles.
The medics are scoped.
Medics are
Hey.
scoped.
So basically a marksman. Excellent.
Okay, so yeah,
Good,
now each team fills out their dingo and doesn't have to worry about, hey, is so and so in the command
Yep.
vehicle or our
I
vehicle.
have no team leader though.
That's alright, neither do
That's
I.
fine. That's fine. Okay.
Bluegill immediately changed to medic.
I dropped into the medic. That's what caused
You
the
could no, you
discussion
don't want
about
to
the
you don't
scope.
want the medic as a team lead, do you? So what I would do is I would go. Machine gun assist and grenadier for your base to fire, then squad lead medic and EOD as your assault teams.
The actual state of 345th Marksman brain rot. As soon as people hear that a slot has a scope, they go to it.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, chill. We'll square away once we're in game.
To be fair, Bluegill usually plays medic, so he's
Any
not doing
others?
anything particularly unusual.
Yeah, I'm
It's
just
just
waiting for you
amusing to me.
guys to. Yeah, you good?
Also, hello everybody.
Does he even think we're going to get? Or if we drop the dingo and the marksman,
Don't overthink it.
how many seats are in the dingo? 6. Alex?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Or when I
It's 6 or 5.
when I dragged one of the squads into the dingo, there were 2 people left in the tent.
Okay, that works out.
It has enough seats in it to be very funny when someone drives into a minefield.
Oh,
Yeah.
a word of advice for the drivers of the dingoes. We start off on top of a hill. Your dingoes are very tall.
Oh
They
no.
can and will.
Oh
do
no.
There is a speed
Why would you
sign
give me a job
for
to
a
manage
reason.
anything? Cheers for the resub, Polo. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
It's good having you around.
Could you drop box with 2 Bansh Foxes in it and give it to the squad leads?
32 months, man.
With 2, sorry?
It's
Could we get a
so
box of
weird. It
Bansh
feels
Foxes
like
in the
less
squad
than
leads?
that, but at the same
That's
time, it
fast.
feels like more.
Yeah, go on then.
That way we don't lose our AT capability.
I have no sense of the passage of time to begin with, but like,
I mean, Mark,
guys, it's 2 o'clock mission time.
Yeah.
Pushing through.
anyway, I'm gonna grab my
Five
tea real fast so I don't miss too much of the briefing.
Two
Wait,
enough
seven
We'll get
enough
into
slots.
it.
9.
We're playing as Germans in
7,
Afghanistan.
9, 9.
Obviously 2 p.m.
Y'all
If anyone
spoke-
was wrong, it's definitely the 2 p.m.
Jas box
Americans.
must be wrong.
Yeah.
I got marksman, yeah!
It's a
I
cool
learned-
marksman gun too.
Ah, yes, marksman
Hell yeah.
in Afghanistan, one of the most useless.
Give him a
Yeah,
super shout.
and look at you with your little cringy G36K. I got the cool gun, fuck you.
Joke's on you, it's an OSW again.
Don't tell him that. Right,
Believe this.
Operation Street Sweeper. You're in the north of Afghanistan. It's 7th of July, 1:45 in the afternoon. We've been actively targeting the IEDs and their makers in the local region. It has been a game of cat and mouse, but with support from the local security forces, we've managed to reduce both civilian and military deaths in regards to the IEDs to 0. Due to this, we have called out multiple possible IED sightings, as well as to act as a QRF for all patrols that come into contact with enemy combatants.
Who,
The
Mohican?
mission: respond to call for
That
the
was speaking
EOD
before.
support through
I just got
Al-Sabad
back from
and
getting my
investigate
tea,
the
so I didn't
area.
hear.
Execution: move westward towards the location of the AMP patrol, clear the area of explosives, and investigate for possible intel and then RTB. The equipment: you got generic German equipment, G36s, MG3s, armed Weasel and Dingo MRAPs. The friendly forces in the area are either at the base or currently patrolling different sectors. The enemy forces are unknown. Mostly they hit and run and
Hello.
are very light in doing so, so it should be an easy day out. The civilian presence, they're just going about the normal day. They are there and they do have the right to be armed, so don't go shooting.
If needed, mortars can be pulled out of storage.
Fired upon.
Don't know if I'd trust their conditions
The
of fire
support
after being pulled
we've
out of
not needed in so
Bundeswehr
long,
storage.
So the mortars are in the back of the base gathering dust. They will need time to be called to take them out.
What's up? I don't know yet because I just
That's
rolled
about
out of
it,
bed
really.
like 5 minutes ago.
Any questions?
We will see.
What road's better to? Oh God, how to get my little yellow dot? Is it out? Nope.
I'd
Just
recommend
left
taking paved
hospital.
roads.
So left road.
The closest paved road is to the west.
Right.
Just a heads up, by the way, guys, I'm going to be away from home
The AMP patrol
tomorrow and
approached
part of
Firuzabad
the
from
day
the
after.
north side, so that northern road should be clear. of
Not that I would
IEDs
normally
up
stream
until
on that
about
day, but
where
I
they
just won't be
requested
home.
The EOD team.
Be kind of on and off of Discord probably. And then next week, I think it is.
Pardon?
End of next week, I'll be going to Melbourne. So
Yeah,
I'll be
yes.
away from home for about a week.
With regards to
There will
villages and houses,
not be a stream on the
allowed yes, no, with permission.
first Monday of March
of houses.
because I won't be home.
not
So I'm
sure
going to
how
miss
far
whatever the
you're allowed
345th
for
does.
this
So
one.
You're allowed into
not
the
this week, Super.
compounds,
That's
you're
next
not allowed
week.
into houses
This week I've got a
proper,
funeral to go
unless you
to.
either see contact inside, have reasonable suspicion, or are taking contact and need cover now. So don't just go kicking in doors saying.
Yeah,
so
next
it's
week and the week after, I'll be away for about, I think, 6 days. I'll be in Melbourne, so that'll be fun.
Anyone else? Any other questions?
Going to the Avalon Air Show, get to hang out with Harry and probably Envy and Jazz as well.
Anyone else? Like other than squad leaders and team leaders? Any questions?
I'd like to catch up with Robbo, but he's a bit further north, up in the mountains, I think. So unless he has cause to come into Melbourne at the time,
once we
I
find
suspect I'll
EOD,
have to catch him on a
we
future
have
trip.
EOD techs to take care of that.
Yeah, there's an EOD in each team. I believe it's Piotr and who's the other one? Azzy, there you go.
It'll be my first trip to
Anything
Victoria,
specific
so that
these
should be
people should know
interesting.
from the mission
Never
maker?
been there
Like,
before.
Is it just like a async command that they need to do, or?
They were asked earlier, but yeah, so it is asynchronous, and you have to be lying down to see it, as is with most IEDs and other explosives.
Got it.
Don't
Right,
stand
all
over
good?
the ID to defuse it.
No, God, no, please do. I will laugh. Right, good.
Question: in case
Yep.
of something going wrong
Of
with the
course.
EOD expert, do we have a medivac?
Typical 345th art.
Yeah, we can push one down, but you shouldn't need one.
If anyone's curious what 345th briefing art looked
Has-
like before
has anyone-
Amogus,
Get sniped.
it was
Has
a
anyone
lot of
actually gone on
spurters
the map itself?
and like gondolas and stuff.
Okay.
I
So-
select multiple drawings.
Essentially, I can get people on rooftops to cover the EOD team, is what you're saying, though.
As long as you don't enter the interior of a house, and you can
Roger.
approach the house from the outside, yes, that is allowed.
If you can get on the roof from outside.
I'm
yeah,
actually,
that's not-
I'm kind of sad about the whole
pretty much.
Amogus meme thing.
Or
because
if you
it's
had to
like
enter it anyways, because there was
it's
a combatant inside.
degenerated the
You're
345th
then able
artistic
to access.
capabilities.
Yeah, that's a loophole.
Like we had some
behind the
gorgeously
stairs.
detailed gondolas drawn up before,
no, we took
and
5
now
of
it's
them
just
and
like
stuff.
that's as advanced as it gets. It's
Any other questions?
very
before
sad
we
to
get
see the
through?
backwards slide of culture in this unit.
3, 2, 1.
Oh my god, I have a homicide. Just a sec, I have to go and pick up that.
Everyone be careful when you get off the roofs of your tent.
Why I have a space gun? What the fuck is that?
No, but
Remember, you can climb down instead of jumping.
I have a
Get towards the
crosshair.
edge, you can climb down.
I think someone broke the settings.
Then,
Oh, team lead.
We have crosshairs.
Oh, you can go for a person as well. So go for go to.
Yeah.
Third
Oh
person.
my god, that's
ambitious, let's go.
I think the server's restarting, that's why people are running in place. They've got to fix the settings.
means I can actually plan my route in the map.
Alright, if you didn't catch it, the settings were scuffed. We're resetting to getting them set. Once you get back in, take the same slot you were in. So take the same slot you were in now, please. Soon you do it, soon we're back in.
Who didn't lead? That wasn't me.
Well, that didn't happen in my playtest of it.
No, it didn't happen mine either.
No.
Also, DMZ, Azrael, please take your slots.
Yeah, no, my Arma kind of froze.
We had settings issues.
I'll pick yours.
The Ross
Right.
45 person had
Everyone
crosshairs.
slide up.
For some reason we have to restart?
Yeah.
Oh, because of the crosshairs, that's all.
Yeah.
Now, can I put my route on the map then?
Pardon?
Can I put my route on the map this time? Yep.
Yeah, if you want.
Just open the map.
You could
Right.
still do it when we're in the game.
Among Us speedrun.
Ah, no, but I can't explain what I want to use in the game.
Alright, so we'll finish Mahigans briefing before we push through to the map itself.
So,
It's all part of my plan.
what we're going to do is we're not actually going to enter the town itself. We're going to post up here.
User disconnected from your channel.
We're going to park the vehicles in this field. Alec, I just want you to hold cover here. Happy?
Yep. What color
And then-
do you want me to be on that?
Be advised, we just lost our EUD tech.
Then you'll come back. And then
I'll put hot mic.
we're going to proceed into the town on foot so we don't accidentally run over an IUD. Right. This is all.
Do we have a dismount point?
Yeah, field.
Ah, right. Do little circle. Where?
Cool.
All good? No questions?
No questions. Push on.
Radio check. See.
Radio check.
Remember, you can climb down. But just jump
Overwatch, this is Polkat. I need a Azuzio.
Yeah, look, Johnny. Alright, I co-driver. Nobody else wants to.
Sorry, second vehicle.
Second vehicle. Second squad on me.
Remember
Alec.
I used that in mission 1.
Are we dragging the crates in?
We're putting them in the dingo to this.
Ben, can you delete my two AIs or whatever because they're running around with me?
Yeah.
Second squad on me. Oh, they're already in. That's beautiful.
I already got in the car.
Get in and it's
Are we nearly there yet?
Haven't left yet.
Yeah. Should I take out the wheel?
yeah, take out the squad.
If you have to pee, just open the door, pee outside.
Yeah. Take out this spare wheel out.
I don't know if I'd say that's a good idea.
It's not. But it means we just steal their wheels. I probably shouldn't.
Ben, did you get my message about my AI?
Yeah, I did.
Roger.
Alright, one brave soul can get into the gunner seat.
It's an RWS.
Do we have a frequency?
Oh, it's one of these. Oh, I'll be in the gunner seat
Squad lead, what's our frequency?
then. We have squad lead radio, of course.
Yeah, but
second squad will be on.
radio.
Second
We're
squad will be on
140.
4-2.
4-2, copy.
Second squad will be on 4-2.
So I tripped over 10th wire and broke each bone in my body and was lying down there, and no one of you fuckers even.
I mean, just don't trip.
I got you on 4-2.
Yeah, you don't control that. That's armor controlling you.
Tracking on a dingo is tricky.
So the plan for this stream is obviously armor. I don't know if the guys are going to do anti-Stasi after, but I think I'm going to skip today if they do, because I've got some plans for Ms. Fizz. Now it's going to take me about an hour and change to launch Ms. Fizz after we finish armor, but I have a couple flights I want to do around East Africa. We'll be doing some nice bush flying out there. Well, it'll be like semi-bush flying because it does have a lot of proper airstrips along the route I want to take, but we'll do a little bit of flying out there. It's a pretty long route. It would actually take me quite a while to cover the whole thing, especially in slower aircraft, so we'll probably just do part of it today, and then I might just muck around with some other things I've got. Maybe do a short DC-3 flight or something.
Squad 1 ready.
Might take out something for a spin that I don't believe I've streamed yet.
Are we all ready?
And we'll see how we're going for time. I might try and squeeze in some DCS or something later today, maybe some SnowRunner. We'll see how cooperative DCS is.
Oh, it's the 20mm one, the cool car.
Because I am going to try and get in a reasonably long stream today, since I'm going to be gone next week. But, having said that, I've got to catch up with my folks this evening. They're coming down to stay the night down the road at the local pub. Because we've got to leave first thing in the morning tomorrow to get up to...
Is it possible to make my driver not turn out whenever I do?
For the sake of listening.
Well, my arm is still broken, so good luck, guys.
So just to reiterate, I will be away from home from tomorrow morning my time through till probably Wednesday afternoon my time.
Okay,
so
please state.
Like about a day, day and a half. And then next week towards the end of the week. Oh, I'm sorry. I tell a lie. It won't be next week's armor stream I miss. It'll be the stream after. Sorry, maths is hard, and I'm very stupid. So yeah, week after next I won't be
A
streaming.
word of advice for Dingo drivers. You can control page up and page down and get a better seating position to see out your windshield.
Mom, Dingo pinched me.
Step off.
7 off.
I'm in the
Alec, you said, not Alex, sorry. Paul Cack, you said the speed, please.
Copy that. Speed limit on this road is 30 kph as dictated by the sign.
Speed 30, so copy.
What?
The gamepad.
This is 4-0, by the way, you're all listening to.
Yeah, it's through our long range.
Watch all call signs. I will be aware if you go over the speed limit, so will everyone else.
Remember that Apache pilot who said
this is
gamepad for CPG's casting blah blah, and we have at least gamepad in this German ISV.
Yeah.
Yes, was?
The actual state of the Bundeswehr. They have to pull out their fucking PlayStation controllers to use their vehicles properly.
Speed limit is now 50.
Yeah, I think, wasn't it Gato that said that like, the best way to do the fucking TDAC is just a gamepad?
Yeah, maybe, but it wasn't Gato who was...
I was keeping my vehicle distance in case anyone says an ID.
Huh?
We're German, we actually can't comprehend breaking the
Yeah.
law.
I can barely hear you guys. Oh my god, hang on.
I'm working on the Apache TDAC with the 3D printing. It is almost finished.
You need any...
No wonder it's
for
fucking
printer,
deafening
like,
me.
I can
Jesus.
hook you up. Maybe I know some guys who are really autistic about it.
I was keeping my tab all gunners, just keep an eye out.
I'm getting help from Ognian with the old problem left and right. Right now my main problem is
Ah yes,
fucking...
Bulgarian engineering.
I mean, it fucking works. He got my last printer to work beautifully, but now the, like, one of the motors died, and I replaced it, and now I need to tighten the belt to a correct strength, and it's kind of finicky, because it felt like it was on way too tight.
I like his incredibly janky DIY track IR clip. I literally cannot hear anything.
You see it, right? You saw it, right?
I didn't hear any of what you just said. The fucking radio is destroying my eardrums.
Post, right?
I saw his photo of like the track clip he was making. That's it. I haven't checked the Discord a whole lot lately.
I think he made that. I think he made that himself, like completely.
Oh yeah, he did.
Dope. Yeah.
One of the guys in my Discord did the same thing. He made one completely, just pulled the fucking LEDs out of like remote controls for an old TV.
There'd be a man walking in the
My
road.
first...
and a car by the road too.
My first free track was completely done out of box from the camera.
New armor thermals there.
And I have LEDs from that camera as well, so it's like...
Beautiful.
Why are they going so
And the
close
box
to it?
was like for the frame of this clip. So
I
everything
did not like all the
is
cities
reused.
walking about in parked cars, gets me in the video.
See, this is the problem of playing Arma. Because whenever I go outside now, I'm just automatically skeptical of every person's box and every vehicle I see.
That Basra mission we did, was it Basra? Where we were playing as the Brits last time in Iraq? I'm glad that Gilson wasn't there to play it with us, because he would have literally had a fucking PTSD episode. There was so much fucking loose rubble in the streets.
Look at the FPS, guys.
Don't draw attention to it or it'll go away. Shh.
Actually, yes, as soon as I said mine fell by 20, it was 60, now it's 48.
You see, if you
I'm on
don't
so much
see
money,
it,
baby.
it's not there. Okay.
Why does our vehicle... Why have the Czechs left rude notes in our vehicle?
That is, I think that's Polish.
No, it's Czech.
What? What do you mean?
Mhm.
Niemiecki. Yeah, something German. something the Germans.
Yeah, there's still
Proč je to
banging about
německy
I don't know, man.
do piče? Why are Germans cunts, I think? I don't know.
What's written? Can you read?
You can see it on the. It's like right there next to the red switch.
Is piče cunt?
It's good.
I know it's it's similar to what the Serbo-Croatian for cunt is, so I don't know if that's what it is, but...
It's key.
Germany and the USSR.
Why is it...
The last words are
Why is it all in German in the cunt, according to my local
I
translator?
mean, you can give Poland a lot of shit, but these
Hey, we can add Czech to the list of languages I almost speak.
Okay, guys, start quieting down. We're getting close to enemy. Possible enemy.
Who is EOD, by the way?
I am.
There is EOD in our squad. We have another EOD in the other squad.
The man with the least stable internet connection.
Yeah. I'm the single-use EOD man. Okay.
Are you like an M72 law? Do I need to like pull on you really hard until you start working?
No, all you do is just remove his butt flap and stick a finger in the activation hole.
See? Eric's pissed off into his ass.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's not ominous at all.
We're in the town, make sure we keep our heads and so.
We got movement up on the rocks southwest.
I love when the vehicle window is just slightly below your eye line when you're sitting in the seat.
Like 20 zoom.
So I've got to like fucking wind my neck in to see outside.
I see cities in the village. Several.
Zabby, put the fucking gamepad down and look outside.
I'm not playing with the gamepad. I can't even look outside because your fat face is in the way.
That's that.
Smoke ahead, bearing 230.
Fuck off, Gilson.
Playing the new
I was just saying, I'm glad you weren't here for the last mission we did with 345th, because you would have like been in fucking cold sweats with the amount of fucking rubble piles that we kept walking past in the streets in a mission set in Iraq. Shit was fucked, dude.
That's vehicle smoke. Garbage left side, possible ID.
Yeah, it's burning trash pile by the looks of it.
Oh, that's a bit rubbish.
This all feels very proper at the minute, doesn't it? Large amount of smoke.
Why would you say that? Over fucking comms, no less.
Love it. This is the dismount point. I think our ENP might have stepped in the wrong direction.
Oh no.
Scanning down thermals, dismounting.
This one? Ben's.
Dismount.
I think that one was Ben's as well, from memory. Oh, it's not good. My stomach's playing up on me a bit.
360 cover.
360 cover, roger.
Yeah, just like.
DMZ taking these.
Thank you.
Watching west. I'm definitely going to take it right after the mission, because I'm starting to get the warning signs of stomach issues, which I do not need this week.
Right guys, we were going to work this as first squad is going to take the right hand side of the road and call, second squad is going to take the left. Platoon will take up rear.
Copy.
Wigan, if you're calling
Say
on
one.
the radio, I can't hear you.
Radio check, Zabby.
Hold on, give me a sec. Just set it up.
Wait, G36 has its own cartridge?
No.
Oh,
Why?
it was other one.
It does have proprietary magazines though, because HK are fucking price gouging shitheads.
Volcat reports no activity, civilian, ANP or otherwise.
We take left side of the road, we push into
Let's take an AR-18 and find a way to make it turbo expensive.
Okay, second squad on the road, we take the left side.
A rifle specifically designed to be cheap and easy to produce. Yeah, let's take that and let's make it turbo expensive. And ugly, yes.
Bluegill.
Hello.
You're up. Oh no, you're medic. Excuse me. Yeah, DMZ, you point.
Copy.
The G36.
Let's go, move out. Slow jog.
XIMF, it's not a time for that, man. Put your clothes on. Slow jog.
Keep some spacing.
And on actual Volcat.
I'm gonna walk for a second spacing.
Please make sure EOD teams give a glance at some of the trash piles alongside the road, such as that dryer.
Yeah, SL's copy. You may want to put your EOD guys to the front with their sweepers out.
EOD, you got your sweepers out?
Who's EOD? Up front.
You want me sitting back at this position, or do you want me to?
Yeah, Piotr, you have points. DMZ is second.
Follows in at distance.
See that trash up ahead of us? After you.
So just have them going up, we'll follow, and just have them sweeping just in case anything comes up.
Simo is more important than you. Alright.
I thought that was a dude for a second.
I forgot to say walk.
Do you not like walking?
How's he said walk again, kill me?
Control C for me.
Oh,
Military structure spotted bearing 206 at the top of the hill.
You learned that when you're like 1 year old.
I always say that off by accident.
Better be Fable, sorry.
You never know. Yeah, this is the vibes.
Did you see someone up there, or are you just predicting they might appear there?
Military structure.
Oh.
Hold on for a second. Let's just let him go all on his own for a minute.
Because I think Ben's got bitten by the don't give optics even to armies that should give everyone optics bug. When we were playing as the Brits last time, only a couple rolls had Suzats as well.
Just holding up.
Single shot far. Keep moving.
That was directed at us.
Right, 360 right.
Come on, ABC.
What bearing?
Close, front, southwest. On the right, down the road.
This is gonna take a while.
We still got the fucking baby optic at least. My fucking Viz leaves. He's in the building direct south. Reference that fucking one built into the mountainside. He's like in the tower one next to that, I think. I can't see him, but I saw traces coming from there.
Whenever the medic has a chance, I can use it back, but I'm gonna set up support. Which building south? Which one?
I got one of the
Squad 2, report.
The one Seal just pointed to.
Hold. You packed.
Thank you.
Fucker, like shooting fucking bolt action and throwing grenades at the same time. We're not trained for this.
Possibly. No, they're not grenades. They're fucking bugs. Never mind.
Do we have a beat on them or not?
We have a part southwest. We have a part south in the hill.
I think the first guy who was shooting us got close and we just
Overwatch, this is
DMC, you take Ross's position. Ross, let's seal together with Piotr forward. Let's go, southwest.
Taking contact in the town of Rezabad and working on eliminating contact.
Next to me!
Also, there's barrels here marked biological.
Second squad, we're taking contact to the southwest.
Roger
that could be slid from the mine up north.
Okay. Possible ANA
Hit.
spotted bearing 227 on the road.
we need to go inside or get back.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, man down, man down.
Technical south.
Ross pressing, pull back.
Pulling back. Technical's down.
Squad 2, we got one man down. We are in their heavy contact. We're pulling back. DMC. Back to building north. Building north.
It's on actual. This is Bulgat.
Sent.
ANA Humvee in the center.
Pulling back.
There's a dead gunner on it.
Roger.
Alright, coming into the compound.
Copy.
Dropping this man off. There you go. Please.
They're coming from 11 o'clock.
also chuck an
That does not tell me anything.
From your position, 11
Wait,
o'clock. Behind those
copy.
houses, far. Like over there. They're coming from down there.
Roger.
Zabi, we're not pushing into the town any further because we're right on top of the ID marker.
Roger.
got it.
No eyes.
We took some fire when we went further south.
I know, that's fine.
Watch out, Mohican, this is all corner.
Right on top of the IED marker, 345th moment.
Yeah, so we're not pushing any further forward.
You know what I think, Mohican? There's a barrel like on the northern corner.
So
of
it's
this
backup
compound,
irons,
like,
but not
biohazard
the
marker on it.
actual
Maybe you
magnified
have
optic.
someone look at that.
I've called it in. I've called it in.
Voice is southwest.
Voice close.
Voices.
After you do that, run a CPR.
Compound next to us, probably. Couple of them already run out of there.
I got no eyes yet. They're more to the west. I think in the next few houses over. Alright, moving back inside the compound.
You're in contact?
East, southeast.
Yeah, where are they from? Far?
Shots coming through the trees, east, southeast.
Can't see shit.
Can we get Leslie's like a little bit safer?
Got no eyes, any contacts.
Drag him further into the corner.
Six, this is 2. Request orders.
Coming over.
Sounds south.
Are we still under contact? Are we?
We're still under sporadic fire.
Right. Are you a man down? Are you?
He's got a heart right now.
Right, we're still a man down.
Getting stabilized.
Can we bring your squad over here?
Yeah, but we put somewhere. Yeah, we do.
Look to the southeast. Yeah, eyes on.
Up here.
It's literally fucking AK fire coming out of the compound around us.
I was going to use the assault because I've got man down with a random just use Zabi. Zabi, once you get your man, I'll point you to push in, eliminate the contact.
Fuck.
You want to push in southeast, eliminate contact? You got it.
Yep. You wait for your
PMC,
man
that's
to
a
come back
nice
up.
position you can hold there for this assault.
Lazy should wake up at any point.
Oh wow, the transparent mags actually work in this.
Yeah, contact southwest.
Maybe you might want to like.
Transparent plastic mags, in my experience, are fucking garbage. Style ones certainly are. I don't expect the G36 ones to be any better. I don't know what the feed lips on the G36 ones are, if they're metal reinforced or if they're just straight plastic like the rest of the mag. The Style ones are plastic, and they're fucking garbage. They crack and fucking crumble with age. Especially with age and UV, which, you know, we have fucking ozone hole right over us, so... When we were issued magazines as old as we were, the feed lips were usually cracked or splintered on them, and so they would fucking misfeed all the fucking time. Even the people whose rifles didn't try and explode in their faces would get constant fucking stoppages from shit mags.
Yeah, you could back me.
I like how I'm the only one watching this direction now, apparently.
6, this is 2. We are operational.
What do you run to now? I'll still Zabi.
I mean, what else am I supposed to call you? Command? Oh yeah, that's fair. We'll be pushing off in a minute, yes? We are going to push to that point. Yeah, thank you. Second squad, accept DMZ. All to me, please.
Hey, Saber.
In light of you doing stuff people try to get you to do, you will never do 1v1s with me again. I hate you.
We all see that?
I haven't done any stuff people tried to get me to do, though, because I haven't really had the time, dude. We'll do them at some point, it's just that because I haven't really been playing DCS as much, and DCS hasn't been running very well when I have tried to do it, it hasn't happened yet. But cheers for the resub anyway. Like, legit, I have barely touched DCS since September. I think I played it 2 or 3 times off stream, and then the only other times I've played DCS, other than to test things directly, is when you've seen me stream it, which has been, what, like 3 times, 4 times since then? I've barely played. Like, barely at all. In fact, for the past couple weeks, I haven't done a whole lot of anything constructive. I've mostly just been playing Misfizz in my downtime, to be honest. Because that's my stress relief, and I've needed it. I thought that was something besides a water bottle. Contact left! Left, left!
We are pushing up the hill to our southeast. We are coming across multiple dead hostiles.
Zabby, we just took fire from our left, like southwest.
Blue on blue.
Was it? Oh, for fuck's sake.
It was blue. Okay. Push up until this last compound to the south there.
345th moment.
Monkey's right there.
Hear this? I'll take a good look around. Then we're probably gonna go back to the road.
Lance is the main clear Stanag AR mags over here with steel feed lips. The whole clear mag thing is kind of a meme, to be honest with you. Like, even when we actually, like, if somebody got lucky and got issued one that was still kind of transparent, you're not gonna be looking at it. You're just gonna fire until the gun stops.
I don't know if this is relevant.
Like, the idea that you're gonna be consciously checking the state of your magazine while in fucking contact is about half a step ascended above the idea that you're going to be counting your fucking rounds in contact.
Purple paper underneath the map. Maybe it is intel.
Yeah, not sure. I'm gonna...
I've played since at least the last summer, since ATWG stopped doing libs just like once every other month. There's no services that interest me anymore.
Munitions crate with a map on top of it, but it's non-interactable. Should we...
Tempest is pretty good actually from when I played it. And Enigma's, although I've kind of like got tired of the current iteration of it, the new one should be releasing shortly, which looks really interesting. It's not so that, like, well, it's partly because Alpens went down, and Alpens is, like, the main thing that kept me in DCS for so long, but it's also partly just because, you know, I kind of got burnt out on it, I suppose. Especially dealing with all the fucking bullshit that comes with playing PvP in DCS. Fucking monkeys and their bad opinions.
Sent to the Shadow Realm.
User joined your channel.
He is still alive. We're gonna arrest him and grab the demo charge off him.
He will come back.
Sure.
He's some... Pilter's armor just crashed.
If it's not his internet, it's his armor. Incredible.
Basta.
Cool.
Takes,
you know what?
takes most important role, has least reliable connection in game.
Oh yeah, know which one of those numbnuts shot me?
Yeah, it's. I think I know. Why?
Can I return the favor?
No.
I must have my revenge.
What is this Humvee?
We might have hostiles inside the center compound, right there.
Oh, happy days.
Oh, the metal one.
You see this, Ross?
Yeah.
The warehouse right
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
We might have dudes inside there. We got some heat contacts from the APC. I'm gonna give it 20 more seconds for Piotr to return. If not, we will move down and simulate that we blew this up.
Simulate.
I'm just gonna say we blow it up, because it looks like a mission-placed objective.
I think they do.
That's so 13th floor.
But I don't think they, like, that's the thing, they're not really Cold War F-16s, are they? The capability was added when they were exported in, I don't know, the fucking 90s, 2000s?
Has crashed.
2000s for the Iraqis, or 2010s for the Iraqis, I think.
Anton, actual, this is 2. We are in position to engage that southern contact.
Like, the F-16 just shouldn't have them in a Cold War server, because it wasn't a capability that the F-16 was designed with, as such. It was one which it very rapidly got given, although the US didn't really use it that much, but...
Negative.
Like, the whole thing with the F-16 was it wasn't envisioned to do BVR. Like, which was super fucking stupid and short-sighted, but that is what it is, right? It was intended to be a light, cheap fighter that doubled as bomb truck. In fact, in its role in Europe, had the Cold War gone hot, it was a bomb truck. It was primarily used as a bomb truck, not a fighter. Like, the whole point of the F-16 program was to be a fucking American MiG-21. Except they missed the part where the Soviets moved from the MiG-21 to the MiG-23 specifically so they could do BVR, you know? Reading some interesting shit in the Heatblur Discord. Interesting as in, like, actually interesting, or interesting as in fucking chimp opinions, because I'm sure the Heatblur Discord is full of fucking chimp opinions. Oh, gamers all seethe. Excellent. Makes me happy. If it's modeled. If it's modeled. That's the big question, right? I've been reading through snippets of manuals.
No, you're doing fine down there. You can help the first with your machine gun.
CCM Society is going to have a poke at the Mrs. F-104 flight model, and so I was going through the F-104S manual, because I've only got a full copy of the S. Basically the same as the G in most respects, other than having sparrows. So I was going through the F-104S manual, and the operational limitations in that are certainly interesting. But the F4 manual, TF4, oh boy, there are some things described in that that will be very funny, and that's an F4E with slats, by the way, that I have the manual for. Oh boy, if they model that thing well, it is going to shatter a lot of illusions and make a lot of people have fucking buyer's remorse, even more than the Tomcat did. It's going to be fucking great. North, let's go.
Going north down the road to meet up with the rest of the squad. Apparently defused both IEDs.
The Tomcat is overrated. Like, the Tomcat's a really beautiful jet, and it's a cool jet, and it had some neat capabilities, but it's overhyped. It was a fucking dinosaur, even when it entered service. Like, that's the problem with the Tomcat. It's kind of like the problem the MiG-23 had, but, like, it gets overhyped, whereas the MiG-23 gets downplayed. They were both kind of at that point where they were super late in their generation, so compared to earlier jets, yeah, they were fucking amazing. But then something like dramatically superior came within a couple of years. Like, they were pretty much obsolescent within a couple of years of introduction.
DMZ, keep moving southwest until you get to the intersection.
And in the case of both of them, it's because their development process was so protracted and so, like, painfully fucked up that by the time the Tomcat entered service, for instance, the AUG-9 weapon system, radar, the fucking Phoenix, all of it was already kind of long in the tooth and outdated technology. Like, the capabilities were still relatively impressive for the time, but the actual way it achieved that was very backwards. And the MiG-23 had a very similar problem. Like, by the time the MiG-23 finally had all its bugs ironed out, it was like, why bother? You got the MiG-29 now.
To the southeast of the intersection. Let's go.
Let's go.
Jay Nelson, is that, Holy shit, Jay Nelson's got picked up by Heatblur. That's the guy that did the Skyhawk, isn't it? Pretty sure Nelson was one of the Skyhawk devs.
I don't think... Yeah, I'll take it. Take the rocket, it's fine.
Good.
You could
Fucking good. The more autistic the radar is, the better.
2 seconds. Zabi. Yo.
Both because I want to make gamers cry, and because I want to make myself cry. Like, the more fucking esoteric you have to be to work the radar, the happier I am.
Alex. This singular house.
Paraphrasing, I've heard the F4 is going to have big issues with firing the AIM-7 in look. It can't fire the AIM-7 in look down, my dude. The APQ-120 can't look down. It's a fucking pulse radar. It has no look down capability whatsoever. People like to make out that it had some magical mode that could, like, do look down by comparing the fucking radar return of known threats with, you know, with the fucking signature coming up from the ground cutter, but, like, no, that's a different thing. That's CAA, Computer-Aided Acquisition, which was a close combat mode to try and filter out clutter while in a dogfight near the ground or pointed at the ground. The other thing that people confuse it with is it's one of the air-to-ground modes from, I think, the DMAS upgrade, which, first of all, didn't come until the 80s. Very late 70s, early 80s, and second of all, it was an air-to-ground mode. It was to help identify ground targets. Now, allegedly, you could use it to identify aircraft, but I find that extremely unlikely. It sounds to me like gamer cope. And it's funny because you look for references to the system actually being used for that, and especially with like CAA, which I can tell you right now that was not what CAA was designed to do, and that's not what it did do. But you'll see people talking about CAA and they're like, oh yes, it says in the manual that, you know, it might potentially have some vague ability to do this, and pilots said that they heard it could do this. So, you know, if the manual mentions it might be able to do it, it probably could do this and that and so much more. It's like, no, dude, if the manual says it can do it, it means that the real jet might do it once in a fucking blue moon. If the manual says the system will do something, it means the system might do something when it works. Like, the manual is describing the absolute best case scenario. In actual real-world use, you're going to get way worse performance out of the aircraft than you will from what the manual says, and that's a universal rule of aviation. The aircraft will never perform to the standard the manual makes out, ever.
Squad 2 all in.
People thinking there's an MTI. Oh, you've got to be on fucking crack to think the 120 has an MTI mode. Like, not even most gamers think it has a fucking MTI mode. They think it has something that, like, they think it has some bizarre esoteric shit that it can do with the air to ground system or CAA. That's the usual cope I see. And yeah, that is a Weasel Saber.
Is that a money indicator next to the fucking...
This thing's a dingo,
inventory screen?
apparently. But yeah, the F1 probably also should not be able to fire shit very well in look down. But Aegis seem to have just left all of the sensor modeling until literally the last second, and they have no experience doing sensor modeling. So while the F1's got this really impressive damage model and really impressive systems modeling, for the most part, some of the systems aren't finished yet, I've noticed. The radar and the RWR are, like, really just...
Contact fault.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, the Weasel is engaging.
Okay, second squad, dismount. We got contact. 233.
Dismounting contact 233.
Push forward, let's go. Push up on him.
Don't push in, just hold here. Base of fire. On actual, this is 2.
There's
We are holding
bodies.
to the northeast, base of fire towards the southwest. Okay, mount up, mount up!
That was an RPG at the Weasel.
I'm done.
Okay.
Well, we know that wasn't fucking Jamshid firing it. Last man.
Last man. Anton 2 speeding up.
T55 AMD. Does that have the Rost? I guess that's what the D stands for.
If we stop and get contact...
The Rost is a pretty cool system.
We should stay in the gun for a bit longer.
It's like way rarer than people think it is. It was employed, like it made it past prototyping, but it was quite uncommon. But it's a cool system all the same. It's one of those things, it's kind of like ERA. It existed for a lot longer than people think it did, but it wasn't actually common in service until quite recently, like APS in general. Like,
Anton 2 overtaking Fennec.
Drost was, what, from the late 70s, early 80s or something like that? And yet APS hasn't become common until within the last 5-10 years. Likewise, ERA was a thing in the fucking, what, 60s, 70s, I think? And yet it wasn't even pressed into service in the Soviet army, much less Western armies until, like, except Israel, until, like, I don't know, late 80s. It's interesting as well because ERA is kind of like body armor in the respect that while it was present in the Soviet army in other areas, it didn't make it into Europe until very, very late in the piece. In fact, I don't think any of the group of Soviet forces in Germany were ever issued body armor except like engineers. Not just because they sent it all to Afghanistan because it was more needed there, but because I guess the logic was different, the fight was different. I don't think,
on the hill, permission to engage.
I could be wrong here, but I don't think body armor was overly common in the US Army in Europe either.
Are we bugging?
Actual, this is 2. Are we pushing onto objective or are we dismounting?
I love sitting in a stationary vehicle.
In fact, push forward into southwest.
Contact right! Lee Enfield! Fucking dick.
I will be a driver.
ERC.
Tally here.
Come on, please, yes, come on.
Alex, we're gonna
There we go.
walk west clear. Move on. Moving.
Yep, there's bodies in it.
Cool.
Marshall, Ogden.
Clear the southwestern compound. Mount up and Rigo.
Go mount up in the vehicle. You're going to be following us in the vehicle. Go grab
Squad 2 mounting up.
Vehicle's hit, vehicle's hit.
Oh, vehicle's here.
Whether oh. Last man.
All in. Last man. Anton 2 stepping off behind Fennec.
Does the pilot in the F4 not have the bore sight mode? Like, can he not activate that, or is it like the original Tomcat before they added the fucking switch up front? Where the pilot has to ask the Rio to do it for him?
Compound, heavy contact.
Like there might also be shots.
That's something I hope they model in the early Tomcat. If/when that releases, I hope it doesn't have that fucking modification and the fucking pilot has to ask the Rio to hold his dick for him like he did in the actual aircraft. Feel very exposed here. Movement, the ground floor. Grenade! Grenade! Just came out from the wall! Grenade! Grenade going in south! Oh shit. Don't have any fucking frags left. Oh shit, that might have been a friendly. Whatever, we were taking fire from that building, so fuck him. Nobody saw that. Absolutely nobody saw that. Oi! I think I just got exploded. I don't know. Ow!
Welcome to the world.
I can handle.
Yeah.
Yep. Are you medic? I am a medic. Oh. That's why I was trying to get somebody to go and patch up my leg real quick, so then I could just focus on waking him up.
Should have bandaged myself.
Legs are fine, bro. He's
I got shot in the leg.
I'm gonna need a pack in a sec.
Yeah, I'm back in the
in severe pain, loss of blood.
Hello.
Yeah, this plastic piece of shit. It hasn't melted yet, but that's because I barely fucking shot it.
Can someone grab one of my guys, Alex, can you go grab the Phoenix?
Fucking overpriced ass, fucking AR-18 body kit.
We've had intel from we've had multi-fire coming in from the north, as well as sporadic infantry coming from our south.
Roger.
These sandbags are very buggy.
I'd just like to point out that I was shot at by a guy that I'm reasonably sure was ANA, and I totally didn't ice another ANA guy as a result.
By any chance, was it one of the people in the...
There was a guy on the ground floor who ran up to the window and began shooting who I shot, and then I saw a guy in the top window that I shot, and I realized afterwards he's probably friendly. But, like, the compound is fucking overrun, so whatever.
Oh, that's
Grab me some ammo.
Acceptable losses.
Or if they didn't want to get shot, they shouldn't have let the enemy fucking attack us from their compound.
Let's going. Let's get the defense to the west up again.
Where's DMZ? How are you going for ammo?
I'm just resupplying the...
User joined your channel.
I keep forgetting I'm actually your fucking ammo bitch. But there's no spare belts in this box, apparently.
No, there is. I'm just loading them into the Vic directly.
Well, I'm gonna grab some.
When you can.
I just loaded the belts from the vehicle directly into the... from the box directly to the vehicle. So I don't have to fuck around with these.
I don't know if I'd be standing there, Spaghetti. You're awful exposed.
What?
I don't know if I'd be standing there like that if I were you.
A real man takes bullets to the chest.
Okay. Well, it sounds like you're about to, because that was a Lee Enfield. Just heard 303 fire from somewhere to the west.
Can you load up the ammo crate into the car again? Thank you very much.
Yeah, voice is west and there was a shot there.
Contacts northwest. Gunshots.
Yep. Car.
Fucking fell off the rock. Fucking which of you just shot me?
Ross, I can tell you that it was my cat.
God damn it!
Yeah,
Seal's cat just shot me in the arms.
Cool. We're mounting up again. We're helping out a town that's currently under heavy fire. Mount up. Let's go.
Yeah, it'll take 10 seconds to pack you, so let's run back to the truck first.
That is pretty funny, though. Very on brand for a fucking cat. Bit of casual friendly fire. I'm in. Scale of 10 to 10, how excited. I'm really actually genuinely excited for the Eurofighter, but not because I'm going to fly it myself. I mean, I might one day. Like, it's actually interesting to me because it's not American. But also, no, I'm legitimately really excited for the Eurofighter because I cannot wait to watch it completely fucking destroy modern PvP servers. Like, to the point where no one wants to play modern PvP anymore. I cannot fucking wait, dude. It's gonna be such catharsis. It'll be awesome. Like, that thing is gonna make people cry like they've never cried in their lives before. You remember how much shit the F-14 caused back when the fucking Phoenix acted like a giant 120? The fucking Eurofighter is going to make that look like a joke. Whether or not you give it the media. Even if you don't give it the fucking media, just with AIM-120s, that thing is going to be so fucking broken in modern servers, no one's going to want to fly anything except the Eurofighter. It's going to be fucking hysterical, dude. I cannot wait.
You can show it on stream how the fucker shot you. Photo.
I'll have to have a look after the mission.
Notice we were traveling in the opposite direction because the gun is not moving with the vehicle. It's super nice.
They'll simply all become PvE with MiG-21s and probably lose to them. Yeah, I think I'm good. Yeah, I'm good.
The things you hear on comms, it's our guys get an ambush this time, so let's do it fast. Simple truths of war.
I shouldn't be surprised the first thing that a cat does when playing Arma is to shoot a friendly in the back. Oh man, a gutless cutlass would be so fun, dude. I would unironically fucking play the shit out of a cutlass. Everyone's like, oh, it's so bad. Yeah, that's why I want it.
I'm not gonna lie, this felt...
That is exactly why I want it.
Perspective of my first Vindictor experience in Pakistan.
I do like that this is some proper coin stuff, yeah.
Normalize hyping, like, actually genuinely shitty
I
planes.
ended up pushing down to Jilva to go and acquire some
Because they're
supplies
fucking
for
fun
military
and
weapons,
interesting.
Funnily enough, the same one we defended. And then I ended up sending some of my troops down to Sake to take that town over as well, because it didn't have a police station. Just feels like with the
Fun there.
Shitty plane, MiG-9, oof.
Ali, permission to stay with the vehicle?
Yeah, I'll put it in a good spot.
Fire your gun, flame out your engine.
Eyes,
Happy days.
Southeast, one down.
Okay, second squad on me.
One's Abby, heading west.
Actually, this is two in position south. Okay, squad 2, step off. Squad 2, pushing southwest, southeast. Keep moving, keep moving.
What were they thinking when they put the guns there? What were they thinking would happen when they put the guns there? I don't know. I guess they just hadn't really thought about it. You've got to remember, jet engines were pretty new technology back then. And nobody really had much experience with them. They probably thought they could get away with it.
Corpses, left side of the houses.
I mean, that's the thing, right? Like, firing envelopes for weapons exist for all aircraft, some more severe than others. The F-104S manual, for instance, the Aspide, the Italian version of the British version of the Sparrow, the Aspide's fucking firing envelope is tiny. Like, above about 25,000 feet. You need to be supersonic to fire that missile, otherwise, according to the manual at least, you risk an engine flame out. On the other hand, the Sparrow firing envelope is pretty much wherever the fuck you like. I guess the Aspide used a different motor that's a bit smokier or something, but yeah, like, that's a problem with a lot of weapons. People just don't really think about it, or that situation didn't exist when the aircraft was designed and becomes an issue later.
Where's that coming from?
Not sure. I would say...
Searching.
Friendly's on the southwestern hill.
Where isn't it coming from?
I'm on the second story in the thingy.
RPG came from our left.
Anton actual, this is Anton 2, we are close to enemies, they are to our east. Reference about 150 meters.
Oh, I remember this town. We had a traumatic experience in this town playing Anti-Stasi once.
Less than 100 meters from your position, east. Just over crest.
Actual, this is 2, do you want us to push east and engage? Anton 2, we are pulling east and engaging enemies.
Shouldn't have run in front of the building like that, I just exposed myself really bad.
Second vehicle spotted enemies.
Left around this hill, left around this hill.
Want a P-39, but jet, we like that thing? Yeah, really.
Go engage enemies to our southeast. Enemies close. Line on my left, line on my left. Anton 2, Victor, don't test. Push forward, push forward, push forward.
Be aware we got friendlies that moved into our front. They're in the fucking bushes.
No! Hold there, hold there! Towards the southwest. Set up towards the southwest. Are we missing a guy?
Ross is here.
Are we 5? We are 4. Where's 5? We're missing Bluegill. Yeah, Bluegill MIA. Cool. Hold this for now. Hold this hill for now.
Thought I heard vehicle audio to the left for a minute there.
Two vehicles spotted enemies southwest, further into the town to Barrington 4.
Heavy machine gun southwest. It's like fucking 600, 700, 800 meters. I'm not gonna make that shot with 5.56. Yeah, any updates for the Corsair Crusader in DCS? Not for a couple months, I think. Or a couple weeks at least. I think there's a Christmas update like there usually is, but other than that, I don't know. Don't think so. Oh yeah, it was featured in the trailer. The Corsair, that is. Crusader, I don't think there's been any substantial news on for a while. It seems like it's kind of still fairly early in development, because I know COVID slowed them down a lot.
Actually, this is 2. We are holding 2 minutes.
Speed used a different motor that was more Italian. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Another enemy car far on the road heading southeast.
The fucking Mount Etna of rocket motors, apparently, according to the firing fucking envelope.
This is Anton 2.
Flying Irons A7 in years. They just put out an update the other day. Well, not the other day, but like the other week. It's coming along pretty well, apparently.
Polcat, do you have visual of heavy machine gun emplacement?
He's advising current position.
Why is DMZ spearheading forward?
Why is water wet? Why is the sky blue? Why do cats friendly fire people? Yeah, I haven't been super in touch with DCS news, but also I've been like trying to keep up a little more with Misfizz news, and so like I've been reading Flying Irons updates on their site. They're going to be doing a BF-109G, what we should have had in fucking DCS. For Misfizz, and also a Focke-Wulf 190 Anton, I think. It was either an Anton or a Friedrich. I think it's an Anton. I also wonder, because Nick Gray has said that he really wants a fucking F6F in DCS, right? Because Nick Gray's like a huge F6F Kuma. I wonder if Flying Iron will do it, because they've already made one for Misfizz, right? So it would make sense to reuse as much as possible from that. I don't know if they're able to do that, though. They did it third-party for Misfizz. It wasn't contracted through Asobo or anyone, so as far as I know, there's no exclusivity contract on it from the Misfizz side, but I don't know if there would be from the ED side. I don't know how ED do that. a lot of Razbam stuff, particularly their early stuff, was brought over from Flight Sim projects for like older versions of Flight Sim, like the Mirage. I think partly was the Harrier, partly was I think even the Mudhen to a degree. Like Razbam has quite a bit of crossover, so I suspect it might be kosher to bring stuff over from Mizfiz to DCS as long as it's not under an Asobo contract, but I don't know if it can go the other way. I kind of hope it can, because I'd love to see, once they get their current projects out of the way, that is, I'd love to see some of the Razbam stuff make its way into Mizfiz. I'm curious to see what Galanet could do with that. Guess it's going to be I would, like, probably yes, especially because it is Nick Gray's baby. He's probably not going to want to let a third party do it. But at the same time, it would, you know, it would probably accelerate the process of getting it in-game if either Flying Iron did it or it was like a technical Southwest. If it was, you know, a joint Flying Iron ED project. It's really risky firing 5.56 at this range over the heads of friendlies, but whatever. Well, right, Super, but like the F6F is already finished for Mizfiz, so all they need to do is figure out how to get it from Mizfiz into DCS and then do the combat-related stuff. Which you could probably offload to someone else, either get ED to do it, if they're willing to do a partnership like that, or like get an intern to do it, or contract it to another dev, like what Heatblur's doing going the other way from DCS to Mizfiz, and now I just remembered that they're doing that, so it's probably okay to go the other way. Because that's what Heatblur's doing. Heatblur is not actually doing integration to Mizfiz, because that would be ridiculous. They've got too many projects already. India Foxdeco is doing it with like some oversight from Heatblur. Because IFE have arguably more experience with Mizfiz as a platform than they do with DCS, even though they've now got their own native DCS module, so... Is it DCS level quality though? Engine simulation, cooling, etc.? It certainly has some engine simulation and cooling, because I've blown the engine on it several times at this point. Like, it has persistent maintenance states for the cylinders, the fucking, you know, the spark plugs, the oil level, all that shit. Like, it's state saving. So it might not be done the specific way DCS does things, but, like, it has enough modeling in there to do it. Dino needs to get his finger out and start the F104 for DCS? Yes, please. Yes, fucking please. Dude, I want a fucking 104 in DCS like you would not believe. I'm so glad we're here, capturing the hearts and minds of the peaceful Afghan people by dropping fucking mortars on their houses.
Also, give me a quick IED sweep.
It
seems like you indeed are not an IED.
Oh, could have fooled me. I like how in the briefing, the wording on the mortars was mortars can be taken from storage if needed. Like, I don't know if I trust anything pulled out of Bundeswehr storage to actually fire. Hopium from us.
This is 2, Roger Lotta. Where is Vic 2? Vic 2 is...
Hey, I see that purple smoke.
Victor 2 is...
Was Dino the one that did it for Mizfiz? Dino was from IFE, isn't he? Or is he... wait.
Second squad on me. We're moving towards...
Is he from IFE? I can't remember who Dino works for. Or whether he's one of the devs that drifts between devs. Some of them do that. But yeah, no. If he's IFE, then either he was doing the Misfits 104 like as a external thing, or you're thinking of someone else. Because the Misfits one was Sim Skunk Works, which was, well, which is an Italian studio. Apparently one of their main guys was a Starfighter guy.
Thank you all for watching. That will be all. Until 2 out.
It's pretty reasonably done, but there are some sort of like niggling doubts I have about the flight model. Specifically some aspects of the flight model. Like it seems to have way too much trouble busting through transonic drag. Even in clean condition, let alone just with tip tanks on. So that's why I busted out the charts, and you know, CCM's been tweaking it a bit to try and get it to actually push Mach 1 in mil, which it should do at most altitudes, and to be able to bust Mach 1 without having to fucking do the S-curve. Like, it should be able to level accelerate through Mach 1. It should be able to level accelerate all the way to Mach 2, just with a little extra time taken. And that's even with tip tanks, because tip tanks and sidewinders on the tip rails have the exact same drag index.
I was so...
He's kind of slightly overcooked it the other way at the moment, but that's generally how CCM works when he's tweaking flight models. He'll bracket it, so he'll throw in some big numbers to see what it does, and then once he's established that he's changing them in the right direction, he'll dial them back a bit. So, probably the next thing he'll do is bump the drag back up a little, because I think he reduced the drag by like 80% or something.
We're just gonna dismount.
So he's going to probably bump the drag back up a little and maybe tweak one or two other things.
That's what we're doing all along.
What does the yellow note on the thermal say?
I know.
Yellow note on the thermal.
It's it says, why is everything in German in this cunt?
Is Ross in our vehicle?
Wait. Yes, my bad. No, it's Czech. I just told you what it says!
All squads mounted.
Why does their vehicle have a machine gun too? That's very confusing.
Two ready.
Might have done one of the FSX Starfighters, he probably did.
Very nice. Impressive.
Kick the Wasp Nest, what do you think of the most recent developments from the Ukrainian conflict? I have not been keeping pace with what's happening on the ground. And what's happening on the broader scale is not a topic for the stream. Rule number 1 of the ambush, you do not fucking stop in the middle of the fucking ambush!
Need to go in, Ross.
Well, Ross,
moving!
This is our objective. Let's push up!
Going inside. Is there a staircase in here? Ground floor clear. Is that gunfire from up the hill?
I think we got gunfire,
yeah.
Anton 2. We've got heavy machine gun fire apparently coming from the northwest on top of the hill.
Just, Zabby, just call it. Zabby, just, next time just say, like, machine gun fire or heavy small arms. If you say heavy machine gun fire, they're gonna think there's a fucking KPV up there. Which means they'll probably prioritize it, but you know. Okay, I'm mildly injured, but I'm good. Yes, they stopped in the ambush. In fact, they did even better. They stopped and then reversed in the ambush. We're taking fire from the south as well. We're... Yeah, I was about to say. Get off the hill.
Yep, there's a fucking full-strength squad straight south. Just where that smoke is.
Hi, Josh.
They were just stood there.
I don't want to be fumbling. Yeah, I see him. I see him. I see him. I don't want to be fumbling for the soundboard right now, but dun 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 dun. Medic to Zavi.
Yep.
Where's Seal? Get a fucking grenade on that shit.
Anton 2. Yeah, Anton 1, this is Anton 2. The squad that I'm currently engaging is flanking towards the southeast. Can you shift...
Bring it left.
Who's the grenade launcher? Me. Yeah. Shift fire towards 170. Nice. Hold on grenades. Contact front, other side of the street. Anton 1, Anton 2, we have your right flank. Right.
Fuck, I'm bleeding out.
The southwestern road ends in a roadblock, yes. Yeah, squad 1 might be in a position on top of that hill to see it.
Enemy moving left to right, direct south.
Yeah,
through the trees. I'm also taking accurate fire from somewhere. In the trees, probably. Piece of shit fucking...
He's doing the Abu Hajar thing, come on, die.
Oh, that was good.
He's down.
Good.
But there's still this guy fucking trying to blow my head off.
Yeah, I'm fine.
He's in the trees like 175, but I can't fucking see him. He clearly fucking sees me though.
Dude, it's like a fighting position, it's right there.
Oh, enemy coming out of the buildings!
183.
Enemy coming out of the buildings by the roadblock. Reference smoke, he's behind that. Moving towards the road. Oh yeah, I see a fighting position. I don't see the actual guy, but I see the position.
Do you want to go and CPR DMZ real quick?
1, send it. One, this is 2. We will be moving shortly. You have enemy entrenchments towards your south-southwest. Reference 3 line far. We also have contact next to smoke roadblock to your 2 o'clock.
By the way, his heart rate's back. You can continue.
We'll be moving south along the route into the roadblock.
I'm gonna carry DMZ for now.
Beautiful. 2. We all good? Right, step off.
I don't have commands set up for that because I'm lazy. You can click your own name in chat if you have better Twitch TV, I think, and it'll show you when you followed, but I think if you don't have BTTV, it won't. Could be wrong about that, though.
Once we come to a stop again, I'll back.
Then to the right. Anton 2.
How's your visual? Is it...
Over-opinionated brawl. That's, Oh, a camp.
Anton
Nice.
2 has stumbled across a...
I'd be very careful, they might have that rigged.
shoot anyway.
Oh yeah.
Contact south, Lee Enfield.
Anton 2, contact. Lee Enfield, south. DMZ set up.
Yeah, you know how we do round here.
No, Ross Piotr.
Yeah.
Beeline it to the next. Beeline it to the next.
Moving.
Stone revetment. Yeah.
We have opinions around here. We ain't fucking afraid of scaring away fucking advertisers or sponsors because we don't have any. If I fucking think it, like, I will speak my fucking mind for better or for worse. Except for today, we're not getting into the whole Ukraine thing, at least not in detail, because, like I said, I haven't been following it that closely, and what I have been following to some degree is the political side of it, and that is, like, boy, it's getting more and more fucked by the day, in all respects. All I'm saying is, it's interesting to watch the narrative change as time goes on, and certain countries realize that they can't sustain a total war anymore. Apparently we're now to train them how to not use so many artillery shells, which is going to be interesting. Because the US has discovered it can't even replenish its own stock, much less Ukraine's. Because they closed down all their fucking factories, except for like 2 of them. Also, the increasing privatization of the Ukrainian military and Ukrainian military-industrial complex, which is a very cool and good thing to be doing in the middle of a fucking war for your own survival, is sell off all your fucking shit. But, you know. Like, that's the thing. This is why I don't want to get too deeply into it on stream. The political situation is fucked 9 ways to Sunday. And, like, there are basically no good guys in this.
Please screen in front of me. Towards roadblock.
And ultimately, it's the Ukrainian people who are getting fucked out of it.
Oh.
Anyone in need of a pack?
Direct south.
Harm's now integrated into the Su-27. It's only a matter of time if they did it to the 29. The 29 and 27 don't have the exact same weapon system, but it's very, very closely related. So, once you get one working, it's not too difficult to get the second. That's a very funnily ragdolled corpse sticking out of a well. Or out of a sandbag position, sorry.
Nice.
Going to get Su-27 from some mysterious benefactor. Su-27, somewhere in North Africa, maybe? Algeria? Do they still operate the Su-27? I think they do. Because I'm trying to think of, like, current Su-27 operators, and that's pretty much all I can come up with is Algeria. I think, like, Malaysia and stuff are all Su-30s. Su-30s or, like, whatever. Ethiopia could be.
Oh! I'll catch up.
Tunnel entrance. Oh boy. I remember the last time 345th found a tunnel entrance.
Dude, that was like...
And we gassed ourselves in it.
Dude, that was a long
We have
time
movement
ago.
to the building, movement to the building.
Oh wait, you mean in Vietnam? No, I meant in like Taliban.
Zabi, we have movement to the building, southwest.
Southwest.
Yeah, that building with the 3-story balcony.
Okay.
The one with the sandbags. That building.
Piotr! Hold for now, your point man. I'm gonna be pushing towards that.
DMZ, when you need belts, just yell out.
Anyone on top of that sandbag position?
Who does it appear to be? Josh, you might recognize. Yep.
Climb over and clear.
Uh-huh. We're playing as Germans in Afghanistan. Moving to the door.
On your right.
You go first. Pick him.
Staircase right. Ground floor clear.
Keep pushing to the southwest when you clear it, Ross.
Uh-huh. Second floor clear.
Making my way back down.
Wasn't there a song about that once? No, wait, that was downtown. Going inside.
Bubble smoke.
Staircase. Ground floor. Clear. I'm glad that I'm clearing this by myself now.
Looks like it's abandoned.
Second floor clear. Oh, hello. Let's not jump down there. We will, however, jump down here.
You see that, like over there, southwest. Big camp, all the tents.
I'm gonna need a pack when available, by the way. Just a quick one.
See it, mate?
Coming down.
Yeah.
Coming down.
Okay. Good. Called it in.
Team's empty. Where you at? Where you at?
Here.
Medic?
Oh,
Yep, yep.
did I get hurt?
Do me after,
Don't
please.
climb on wheelbarrows, guys. How many fucking missions now has someone got armored from climbing on a wheelbarrow?
Have a trench in it.
Your leg is injured. What have you done?
India? Does India still operate Su-27s?
You silly goose.
I thought they were all 30s.
A double camp.
Packing you.
One more.
Not having squad led in an eternity.
Approximately 2:15.
You might want to
We
change your
have
mag
one more
for
camp at the
Yeah,
end
I'm
of
trying
this
to.
building.
Okay.
Anyone else in need of a packaging?
I don't think India got the Su-27. I think they went straight from MiG-29 to Su-30. But I could be wrong.
Are they ace wheelbarrows or are they just wheelbarrows?
Just avoid wheelbarrows in general. Wheelbarrows have bad energy surrounding them. Oh boy.
Tunnel gang, tunnel gang, tunnel gang.
This is squad 2, we are Oscar Mike. Squad 2 on me! Oh, no, actually, yeah, I want some guy on the roof for that.
User joined your channel.
I want some people in this building.
Okay, I'll stay in this building since I'm near DMZ.
Yep. Blue Girl, stay with me, please.
Hi, Sally.
Squad leader, permission to get on the roof of the 3-story one instead.
This kind of sucks. It's kind of exposed. Just have to live with it, I guess.
Do a photo.
What do you want us to guard specifically, Minka?
Just a 360 around this area.
There'll be time for that later.
I can do the right flank. I don't have the guys to do everything.
Bro, you have a weasel with the thermal imager.
Yeah, but you have no line of sight from here.
We do know about the other camp to the southwest, right? Zabi?
I did notify.
We do know about the camp to the southwest, right?
Yeah, we do, but it's empty.
Okay, just checking.
Camp southwest. One is close to us, 50 meters. The other one is a bit further.
Yeah, I see that.
Did you overwatch this is...
Be advised, contact southwest.
There's actually 3 camps.
Incoming! Incoming! Incoming!
What the fuck? Does that have fucking a rocket pod on the back of it?
Yeah, it shot at us.
Based? Somebody got out of it, I think. Oh, he just got ragdolled.
Yeah, 2 people died.
So Overwatch this is...
Yeah, there's a whole string of camps. Holy shit. There's like 5 of them.
Another squad coming.
Still in order. Yeah, Zabi, they follow the fucking ravine here all the way through west of us.
Yeah. Tell it to Mohican, he's up there soon.
Sabi, contact.
Right, I want to top floor.
Northwest, hill.
Yeah, I see on the field west.
Northwest.
Friendly's
northwest.
engaging there. Crossing behind, crossing behind.
Right there.
Got him.
Oh yeah, they're climbing the hill.
Yeah, more of those.
On the right side.
800 to 600 meters.
Fuck, this thing's zeroed a long way out. Holy shit.
Yep, Zed.
It's 200, I think, the first one.
Copy.
I was hitting those guys by just center massing them with the fucking crosshair. Like, this rifle must be zeroed to something stupid.
200. I think it's center 200, next one 400.
Well, there's no way that guy was only 200 meters away.
Yeah, these on the mountains are 6.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just fucking hit him center mass unless you shot at the exact same time. But I've been center massing shots at like fucking what feels like 6 or 8. Is that northeast? Is that enemy fire coming from back the way we came?
Where are you?
Yeah, we're probably getting surrounded here.
Right.
Ah, my favorite way to be.
Take it out in the open.
I also have only 6 magazines.
Be aware.
Sounds like a skill issue. Still on the... Oh, never mind. He just got shot.
Look northwest.
Yep. The two guys that just got popped direct west on the crest seal, I just fucking shot, and I hit exactly where I aimed. I was a little low. Like, this thing must be 0 to 600, 800, something stupid.
Yeah, it looks like it's at least 600.
It says 3.5.
Fucking German precision. No, you've got the fucking special boy fucking training wheels rifle. We've only got 1.4.
But we found a whole bunch of camps to the southwest of our position. The tunnel entrance cleared out as well. I'm not sure if that was one of our vehicles or one of theirs.
Oh boy, I sure wish I could see what was inside of them.
Roger.
You got cut off. Was that going to be the tunnel?
Guys, sweep up. You got a mech from it, guys, sweep out.
Yeah.
Sweep clear the area.
Because all I remember is the last time I saw a tunnel in armor was during a fucking Vietnam mission, and half of the fucking platoon gassed themselves in it.
It was hilarious.
How red is red?
Still, yep. On traces. Yeah, this thing is fucking center massing them at that distance. What the fuck? Who zeros a 1.4 power optic that far out? Fucking Germans.
Anton, one message.
Some kind of custom one.
Can you let us know over comms when you're gonna...
How the fuck did they manage to do that? You've seen 345th, right? It's a miracle only half the platoon got gassed. Thankfully, through my ancient tribal survival instincts, I heard the word gas and fucking ran like shit, so I managed to avoid it.
That is tunnel ID system detonated.
Oh, you gotta be fucking with me, Ben.
What's wrong with that, boss? Nice.
I think Seal just popped me directly in the back of the fucking cranium with a fucking grenade.
Well done.
I just hear bloop and then go down.
Ah, sorry. It's okay, we know who got the most kills.
I'm glad I was up in time for that. That's a good mission.
Single medic, single marksman,
And we don't
and a
play as the
single
Germans that often.
That was a very good mission.
As much as I dislike the G36.
I have no idea how it happened, but
I used to like the G36 because it was cool guy sci-fi rifle, and then it's like the more I've like looked into it and the more I've come into contact with it, at least in armor. I've never held one in real life, obviously. I'm not a big fan.
Don't disappear just yet.
But it's cool to have something different, even if it's like different that I'm not a fan of. Playing anything else? Yeah, we're gonna launch Misfizz, and in about an hour and a half, we're gonna fly in that. We might do some DCS later in the stream as well.
People were hard to see.
I'm gonna private message Marshall.
Never mind, I'm supposed to be in the admin meeting.
Marshall.
Yeah.
Boom, leave feedback.
I'm forced to give feedback now. Actually, write stuff.
Everyone's writing feedback. Without feedback, we can't do anything different.
I mean, I like this mission. It was very good.
No feedback, no missions. This mission was called.
Street Sweeper. Street Sweeper, yeah. Like the shotgun.
I wasn't going to use his like the German word for street sweeper, but it was very sus.
What was it? Smile?
I can't remember. I just remember saying no.
I think Ben, I don't know if you caught it on the stream just then, but I made a joke. I think you would like referring to the last time we found a tunnel in a mission.
I didn't catch it.
I'm allowed to make that. I'm allowed to make that joke, so I took the opportunity.
Before I start uploading video, do you want to pass you?
Wait, just in case, Ross, you still streaming?
Yes.
Roger.
Buddy comes on. Fuck. Apparently, the German word for street sweeper is Strafenhänger.
Oh yeah, no. I went street sweeper that way, but then I changed it away around a bit to try and figure out a different word. And the closest one I could say that I could say was sus.
Sus. Tweet sweeper.
Operation Tweet Sweeper.
That's very
good, very good.
I still found it funny.
On behalf of the admin team,
Up to,
thank
like-
you all for joining. Without you guys, there's no unit, so yada yada yada.
Big kisses, Ben. That was a gorgeous idea.
Big thanks to Ben for the mission. Big down props to Kelby for sliding a dingo into a fuel tank.
Someone had to do it, and it might as well have been me.
Was that how we lost one of the vehicles?
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Oh wait, I saw
successfully
it.
destroyed
I witnessed
my
it. Nice.
blockade, but replaced it with your own.
Yeah, I saw that. It was actually spectacular.
It's a whole other battalion! That's all I could think when I saw it.
Right, we go to...
Yeah, may as well.
We doing the Vindicta or should I upload the video?
You have to find out how many people want to do Invicta, then me and I think Sim's in the server, so Sim can do it while I'm having the meeting if he wants. Or I could do it.
Oh, they're back on Vindicta instead of
If y'all want to do
Anti-Stasi.
big squad, I'll jump.
I'm gonna skip.
Jump off and continue Minecraft.
I'm gonna skip Vindicta today because I've got some plans for other stuff. But I might catch you guys if you play it through the later half of this week or the first half of next week or something. Because that sounds fun.
Right.
Catch you all later.
See you later.
Disconnected.
Wamst is my playlist. What? One moment, chat. How has this come about? Give me a second here.